In this video, I'm going to show you how the money sitting in your money market account could earn you as much as $246,500 in appreciated value, not to mention get you better cash on cash return than what you're getting from your money market. Let's get after it right now. Now, off the top of my head, I know of at least 4 oceanfront condos right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, that generated excellent appreciation just in the last 10 years, and most of which generated more of a cash on cash return than what you're getting in your money market account. Oceanfront condos at the Verandas Resort generally run about $100,000. In the last 10 years, they appreciated by as much as $47,219. Guys, that doesn't take into account the projected profitability of $16,865.90 that you can make renting it out to the vacationers that come in and out of our market. Over 20 to 22 million that visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina each and every year. Now, that projected profitability does not include cleaning costs on the unit, but it does include your property management fees, your taxes, your estimated taxes, your HO6 insurance, and your annualized HOA dues. We're talking a 16.8586% cash on cash return right there by investing at the Verandas Resort. Now, guys, what you have to take into account is you're only getting that 5% or so on your money market account. This is yielding more money for you in projected profitability each year, and you're experiencing appreciation to the tune of hopefully over $47,000. Your money market account can't do that for you. The Meridian Resort runs about $170,750 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom oceanfront unit. In the last 10 years, these units appreciated as much as $106,011. But don't miss the fact that they bring in, on average, $11,314.73 in projected profitability each year. Now, this number doesn't include cleaning costs, but it does include your property management fees, your taxes, your annualized HOA dues, and also your HO6 insurance. That's a cash on cash return of 6.62%, obviously higher than that 5% on average you're bringing in your money market account. And don't forget the additional $106,011 that the units appreciated over the course of the last 10 years. To me, it sounds like a much smarter move to invest in an oceanfront condo so that you can reap the appreciation alone as compared with a money market account. The Sailfish Resort. Now, guys, the Sailfish Resort has 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom units around $405,000 that appreciated as much as, wait for it, $246,500. Man, that's a lot of appreciation. Now, don't miss the fact that they bring in on average $21,050.65 in projected profitability. Again, this number does not include your cleaning costs, but it does include your property management fees, your your HO6 insurance, your estimated taxes, and your annualized HOA dues. Now, that's a cash on cash return of only 5.19%, which is pretty similar to your money market account. But where you win on oceanfront condos is that $246,500 in appreciated value just over the last 10 years. To me, it sounds like the Sailfish Resort is a clear winner when it comes to investing in a money market account or an oceanfront condo. The Verandas in North Myrtle Beach. Now, the Verandas Resort has 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom oceanfront condos that on average run about $510,000. Now, these units appreciated as much as $210,000 just in the last 10 years. But don't miss the fact that they bring in an average projected profitability of $48,643.91 from renting it out to vacationers that are vacationing in the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, that projected profitability does include your property management fees, your annualized HOA dues, your estimated taxes, and your HO6 insurance costs. It does not include your cleaning cost for the unit. All that said, it's still a 5% cash on cash return, which is obviously neck and neck with what you're making in your money market. But here, if you would have invested 10 years ago, you'd now have $210,000 in appreciated value. So just a real quick note, guys, all of the projected profitability shown in this video is based on cash purchases. If you're interested in financing an oceanfront condo, then please get in contact with me. I'll be more than happy to run those numbers for you and present them to you. Now, why is the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina oceanfront condos real estate market, our rental market, so great? Well, again, we are the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast. We have between 20 and 22 million visitors that visit our market each year. We are the #2 vacation destination. All that said, guys, we've had over 90,600 people move to our market just in 2023. This place is booming with retirees and people buying investment properties and all that sort of thing. That's happening right here in our market. So it helps bolster those rentals right here that are oceanfront, and it obviously makes a good investment, in my opinion, when compared with letting that money simply sit in your money market account. Now, let's address some of the concerns that you might have with taking your money out of a money market and putting it into an oceanfront condo. Well, there's volatility in the market, you might say. Yes, absolutely. The rental market does go up and down. However, there are various strategies that you can employ in order to create a more resilient, a more economically resilient rental property. Some of those are discussed in our other video on off-site versus on-site management. One of the schools of thought here is, hey, if I create a really great experience for my tenants and they love it, so much so that they want to come back year after year after year, and I successively build a book of business on my property, increasing my occupancy rate year after year with repeat and loyal customers that make this their vacation place, their chosen vacation destination. Well, even when the rental market goes up and down, you can see where those people might not choose to skimp on their vacations, keep those in place every single year, but might cut costs everywhere with the ups and downs in the economy. Now, that's just one small strategy to help build a more economically resilient rental property so that you don't have to experience the same ups and downs as the rest of the rental market. So how do you do that? Well, one simple strategy, guys, is offering vacation packages to your tenants. Basically, you're going to book all the shows. You'll book all the activities that they'll do while they're here. They want rose petals on the bed. They want, special robes for the jacuzzi jet tub in the unit that they can wear bathrobes. They want a gift for the spouse. You're going to offer packages that actually make it convenient for them to choose staying in your unit, and then you charge a convenience fee. So this is not only a way to increase the amount of rental income that you're bringing in for the property, but it's also a way to help give your tenants such a great experience that they don't want to go anywhere else. Now, someone might be saying, well, it's an election year, and I kind of want to hold off until after I see what's going to happen with the election. Well, guys, while I understand your concerns there, they're very legitimate. You have to take into account the 10-year history on this property. We're talking about appreciation to the tune of as much as $246,500 just at the Sailfish Resort alone. It's kind of hard to argue with the historical appreciation on these properties. No matter who was in office, it still looks like they've gone up tremendously. All right, now someone else might be saying, well, you know, it's a lot of work to manage a rental property. Okay, I'm not going to argue that point with you, but I will say that by choosing a property manager that's only charging you 10% and that's willing to do that work for you, to get it marketed, to make sure it's booked, to run those ads on Facebook, to get you out there on YouTube, that's what you need to find. A solid and professional property manager that can help make the process simple and easy for you so that you don't have to put all that elbow work in. Now, all that said, guys, you might have a little bit of work to do in the initial, part of purchasing it, getting everything set up and running, and then you might have a little bit of work from time to time, but it doesn't have to be a consuming, even really a second job type level work unless you personally want to oversee it yourself. Hire a property manager that charges you 10%, let them do the work for you, have the conversations that you need to have with them on a monthly basis from time to time, making sure that everything is running well, and collect your paycheck. It's that simple. Someone might say, well, I have no work invested in my money market account, but if I have a rental property, I'm gonna have to do some work. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a little bit of work, but it's not gonna be a lot of work so long as you put a solid and professional property manager in place. But consider this. Consider the upside that you're missing out. We're talking $246,500 in appreciation just at the Sailfish Resort alone, not to mention the appreciation of the other 3 oceanfront condos I mentioned earlier in this video. You have no upside in your money market account. Sure, there's a little bit more risk investing in an oceanfront condo. Sure, there's a little bit more work to do, but you've got tons of upside. And especially if you have one of those years like post-COVID, where, I think a year or two after post-COVID, we were having rental revenue record breakthrough years in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The people that were invested then were super happy that they made those decisions. Now, someone might say, well, I'm close to retirement and, that sounds a little risky. I'm kind of uncertain as to, if that would be a smart move for me. Well, with any investment, it's always important to do your due diligence and make a wise and sound decision that you're comfortable with as far as your personal preferences. However, I want you to think about the facts. 1, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast. Tenants are renting these units and building equity for their owners in these oceanfront condos. Every single season, every single year, April through September is the peak season. Then you got your snowbirds and your retirees that come in those winter months to get out of the harsh weather. Now, that's 1. 2, from the numbers we have, the projected profitability is there. People are actually profiting and making money renting these units. And then 3, the appreciation that you have on these units. Just in the last 10 years, at the Sea Mist alone, it saw a 105% increase in appreciation. That's more than doubling what they paid for it 10 years ago. Guys, it's clear to see on my end of things that the oceanfront condos are a very smart move. Now, I'll take you even further. I know of two different owner investors just at the Sea Mist alone. One brought in $33,000 last year in gross rental income. The other brought in $28,000 last year. And I'm fairly confident that both of them are profitable, especially since I've ran those numbers myself. And then, I have another person, another investor buyer looking to make a purchase in our market, and they're going to bolster their retirement years by owning investment properties and using the passive income right here from these oceanfront condos to ensure that they have a better quality of life and that they're more financially viable. So definitely give it some thought. If you have other reservations or concerns, please send me a text message, shoot me an email, or give me a call, and let's work through some of those questions that you might have so that you can make an informed decision about investing in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, if you found this content helpful at all, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share it on your social media with friends and family, and please pick up that phone and get in contact with me. If you're anywhere from 1 month to 3 years out, no matter where you are in the buying process, give me a call, send me a text message, shoot me an email, help me answer the questions that you have so that you can make an informed decision about investing in Myrtle Beach real estate. Now click anywhere on the screen to watch other helpful videos that can answer a lot of your questions about investing in Myrtle Beach real estate.